What is up, y'all? We are back with another episode of Pushing Buttons. This is episode 19.
Oh my God, I thought he was going to say 9.
This is episode 19.
19, wow.
Keith, 19. It is, right?
Is it 19 or?
It was 18 with Nati.
Right.
And
Okay.
it's 19.
Okay, 19.
This is 19.
Oh my
y'all.
God, 19 weeks.
19. We're on a fucking roll, man. The fucking kings and queen of this shit. I will continue to say, all you fucking up and coming podcasts, man. This is what it looks like to fucking be consistent, you pieces of shits. And shout out to the fans, man, for listening.
Yeah.
So we got a few. They know who they are.
Yes.
Shout out to y'all. I am one half of the bromance B, right? Mm-hmm. Then we got the other half of this wonderful, wonderful bromance, Keith.
What's going on, B?
And on the other side, we got the very lovely, very popular Miss IG her damn self,
What's
Claudia. We got Claudia over here. And yeah, man, this is my motherfucking team. We are back with another episode. It feels great to be back. It was a fun, crazy last episode. I know my co-hosts enjoyed.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, we learned a lot about ourselves. At least I did.
What'd you learn?
Right.
That you can finger my butthole and I bust a nut, apparently.
Did you try it?
No. No time. I do want to say that we are on all streaming platforms. We are on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and we are on Anchor for your ass. Also, I do want to say, I don't know how much longer we'll be on Google because Google Music is gone.
Really?
Yes. And remember when we were talking about Amazon a long time ago? I told you guys I got a weird email that said submit your Amazon podcast. And I was like, man, that shit ain't real. Amazon ain't got no damn podcast.
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
They do.
Amazon got some podcast shit. They're going to have some podcast shit in the near future. So I guess look out for the Pushing Buttons podcast on Amazon coming soon. And we are also on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Because we love that shit and we need that shit. Apparently it's good when you have a lot of subscribers.
Yes.
Yep.
And I guess we're going to go around the room and see how everybody is doing. So let's go around the room and we'll start with Claudia. How are you doing today, Claudia?
I'm good.
Good? No complaints? Week's good?
Week's good. I mean, same shit, but it's good. Nothing.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Right. Same shit
COVID related.
Work, right.
Same fucking shitty president. Same shitty soon to be president. Same shit.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm glad you're doing well. Keith.
I'm
How you
doing fine. I don't have pain. I'm okay.
Finally.
I'm gonna get a fucking soundboard one day, and I'm gonna have sounds on it.
Right?
Yeah, man. I'm glad you're doing well.
My week is okay.
Yeah.
Little, not 100% energy wise, but I'm here.
Yeah, you're busting your... Keith is breaking the bank for everybody out there. He is hustling out here. He is making some motherfucking money. Because this podcast ain't paying us shit.
I'm my cut, B.
I'm working on it, man. I'm trying to. I'm sending out the emails. I'm sending out fucking messages. I'm tagging motherfuckers.
Still ain't got sponsored by Anchor yet?
I still haven't got sponsored by Anchor. And now I've been reading shit. I don't think I want a sponsorship from any of these fucking podcast places, man. We gotta be careful. We gotta make sure that we own our shit.
Yeah,
so
because people do like to try to take over. And
you motherfuckers want to take fucking 10% or 50% of our shit. No, thank you. We're gonna be 100% owners. You're gonna come to us. So I'm just getting ahead of myself, by the way. I don't know if I need that shit. I'm hoping, right?
Good to dream. We didn't think it'd get this far, did you?
Right, exactly. I didn't think it would get this far. So we're here. We're here to stay for now. We got lots of projects on the way. And me, I'm doing great. I don't feel sick. I don't feel like Claudia says the same shit, man. It's another day in the fucking life of the pandemic. What can you do?
We went back to what? Phase 3? Phase 2?
Yeah, we're going
backwards.
We're going backwards. Fucking Chicago.
Hey, what can you say?
Or Illinois in general, right?
Well, it's the United States and
That's true. The whole fucking the whole U.S. is like red. Like all the states you can't travel to. You can't go to any of them. Who would have thought like you could travel to California and Florida? Like baffling.
It's gonna be an interesting winter.
I think we're fucked. Mm-hmm. And like snow wise, I think we're fucked. We're gonna get a lot of snow this year. We've been getting away with not having too much snow. If you remember last year, we didn't get shit.
Good later.
Wait, why do you say that?
I don't know. I read a report somewhere that the farmers are saying that we're gonna be fucked up for the winter, and I don't know. They rely on that for their crops, so I'm gonna go ahead and assume that they've got a better got a better understanding of what the fuck is going on. So I don't know. So let's move along with B's random thought of the week.
You know what it is?
And like always, I don't fucking know what the fuck it is. I do want to say though, we forgot one thing. Keith, this fucking shirt. If anybody listens to the podcast, we might have
on my shirt.
We might have.
Like
turn around, show it to the camera.
Like
Yeah, it's a Lion King shirt, right? For people who don't know what the fuck we're talking about, if you didn't listen to some of the episodes or whatever, Keith is wearing a Lion King shirt in response to what me and Claudia said about him having the fondest of memories when this movie fucking came out.
You took it that way.
Yeah, I did. Because you're not gonna Drizzy Drake me and sneak diss me and think I'm not gonna fucking catch it, and then I'm gonna sit up here and notice the shit when I'm editing the episode. No, thank you, man. So slick. I'll give it to you. Slick.
Oh my god.
Anyway, B's random thought of the week, y'all. This week I do wanna it's maybe I think it's a one-parter, right? So I think we talked about this, Keith, me and you at some point last.
What haven't we talked about?
Well, we talked about it when you came by for the fight this past weekend.
Okay.
Remember? And we were walking around, hanging out, the boys talking shit, right? Boy talk, and the subject came up of, is a guy responsible, or even a woman? Is a woman responsible for paying? Is the person, let's say, okay, Keith, Claudia, right? You guys are out for dinner. Mm-hmm. You're out for dinner with your girlfriend and a friend of hers.
I know where it's going.
Right? Are you?
Nope. You didn't even gotta ask.
No? Never?
No.
Why not?
Pay for that person too?
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. So what I'm asking is, do you have to pay if you all go out to dinner? Do you have to pay for that friend's meal? Would you pay for that friend's meal?
No. No. Like if I extend my invitation, it's kind of like, hey, for instance, yesterday, Jade and I, we were going to go out to have some dinner, and we extended the invitation to, well, I guess it was a couple, so I guess that doesn't count. We're talking about just one person, or could it be a couple?
It can be a couple.
A couple. Okay. So we extended the invitation to them. We're like, hey, do you guys want to, join us for dinner? They said yes. And when the check, they were like, yeah, us together and us together. Like, I don't know. I've never.
So what about one friend?
What
if Jade brought one of her friends with her, right? Like, you might have not even you were like, hey, yo, she's coming with us. There's no planning ahead of time, and the friend's there, and now she's like, you're looking around like the bill comes, and now everybody's.
Oh, I tell the waitress, this is half and half. Right, like half and half. This is what she got and then what I got. Why should I pay for people? Unless I'm telling you, hey, I want to treat you, I got you, then I'll do it. But you shouldn't assume that, you know what I'm saying?
So you would never pay for any of her friends?
No, she didn't say that she wouldn't.
No, I said I would. I never said I wouldn't. I said
okay,
that,
Jay's watching, my bad.
No. I never said I wouldn't. Like, for instance, let's say that it's your birthday.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, hey, yo, B, let's go out to dinner. I got you. It's your birthday. That's a different thing. But when people...
What if it's not?
Do you have money?
What if I just tagged along with you and the bill came and I was like, all right, I got to go to the bathroom?
Okay, well, you know how they split the check? Your check is going to be waiting right there, right when you come back from the
I'm
bathroom.
gone. Dying and ditching.
I mean, I don't think you're responsible to pay for anyone.
it depends on how much it was.
All right, so what about you? This is that's from Claudia's perspective, right? From Claudia's perspective of in her relationship. What about you?
Depends on how much it is.
Since you're the guy in this relationship.
Depends on how much it is.
Depends on how much it is?
Mm-hmm. If
Why?
it's like 10
What if she got like a
$15?
dinner, like she got her plate and then maybe a drink, and then you obviously you and your significant other got your dinner.
No, that's fine. I mean, I don't mind. But
You paying it?
But why should you feel
I don't feel obligated. I would just do it out of because that's what I normally do. But
you'll just pay?
I'll just pay it.
So
But no, it can't be anywhere like we spending $50 on it. No.
Why not? What's the difference?
That's a lot of money.
And
So what if this person went out and had the dinner plate and then maybe like 3 or 4 drinks?
Oh, see, I'm not paying for alcohol. That's something I don't do.
You're not paying for it?
No. Especially if it's alcohol. Because I don't drink anyway, so I'm not paying for it.
It depends for me.
What about you, B?
Nah, man, get your broke ass friend away from me. I'm just kidding. No.
Why your friend come out and don't have any money? That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Or they do. They just didn't extend to offer to pay.
Oh, they just...
but how are you? For me, I will never understand. How are you gonna? Okay, let's say that you and your girlfriend, I don't know, like I'm friends with you, right? So you're like, hey, do you think Claudia can come along? Like, we're gonna go to this restaurant. She really likes it. Let's say just B-dubs, simple, right? And then the check is gonna come, and I'm just gonna sit there like, no, I'm going to take out my money and be like, here, let me pay for what. Like,
Brother, would you feel some type of way if she didn't offer to pay? If Claudia didn't offer to pay?
Like if she didn't, like I'm the one that's not
Yeah.
getting. Yeah, I'd be like, why you paying for me?
wait, what do you mean?
Like he's asking, like if I was sitting there and I was the one that came to the dinner as the third person,
Oh,
would I feel some type? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No. But you can, right? That could be the outcome, right? Where somebody feels slighted, right?
but here's the thing.
If you're supposed to be my friend and you ain't looking out for me,
Right, but here's
what I'm
the
saying?
thing.
Because I look out, like Keith looks out for me every once in a while on dinners, and I don't have to say anything, and he'll do it, or
But that's-
I'll do it, and he won't have to tell me anything.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. That's your friend. Like, if I go out to dinner, let's say, like, with
So what if
you-
Jade pays for the friend?
that's on Jade. That ain't my friend. But I'm saying it'd be like if it's
So
my
you wouldn't
friend,
intervene with that? You wouldn't be like, yo, why you paying for her?
No, I'd be like,
Nah.
if you want to pay, go ahead.
What if it's a friend that you never met that she just happened to see at that time? What if it's somebody that you meet for the first time? Would you pay for?
Nope.
Nah, probably not.
Okay.
Although I can't say no.
See, that's what I said. I wouldn't say no. It depends on how much it is.
Like
If
I'm
it's
like
$20. Then okay.
Yeah, like I'm the type that I don't know. I'd be looking out for people already, like randomly. So to me, it wouldn't be like,
Claudia's looking like.
cause like I ain't spending none of this shit.
Here's the thing. Like today, for instance, today for lunch, I had a coworker, and today at work it was very hectic, and she had a busy morning, right? So she was like, "Hey, are we gonna get something for lunch?" And I was like, "You know what? Yeah, let's get some Potbellies." So we get Potbellies. She's like, "Hey, yo, how much is it?" And I'm like, "Don't worry, I got you." That comes from me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'll do stuff like that. But when people start to think like they're entitled for you to pay for them, no, like at least show me that you're willing to pay. Because I've had instances where people be like, "Here, I'll pay." I'm like, "No, it's okay. Like it's cool. I got it."
Oh, as long as
but
they extend it.
but the minute you're just sitting there like
Well, who's gonna pay?
hello,
You, Claudia, that's what's paying.
no, that's when I get petty and I'm like, "Can you please split the check?"
Dang.
Because
Don't go out to dinner with
learn.
Claudia then.
know,
Fuck,
right?
she's gonna leave you. I'm not gonna reach for nothing. I'm thinking everything's cool. Claudia's gonna be like, "Can you split the bill, please?" I'm like, "Dang, you can't hook me up with a $20 meal? Come on,
Burger King.
I want some Burger
Oh,
King."
burger? I mean, if we go through the drive-through and shit.
See, I told you depends how much it is.
Now it changes.
If we go,
I mean, we can get some Burger King. Your ass can have a Burger King.
I
if
told
we
you.
go through the drive-through and
Depends on
I'm
how
like,
much it
"What
is,
you
what I
want?
tell
I
you, B.
got you, B."
What I tell you? I know.
But yeah, no, still no, I wouldn't pay.
She'd pay. I'm gonna try it one
Try
day.
me.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you how it goes when I try it. I'm gonna forget my wallet. And see how.
No,
put it in
because
the
you got
car.
Zelle, right?
No,
You got Zelle.
no, I don't bank with Chase no more.
He's
You
gonna
don't?
say that.
No
He's
more.
gonna-
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Don't be putting my business out there. I'm trying not to let them know
Get
what
away
I'm
now.
bringing.
Everybody has Zelle.
Right.
I don't.
Like, it's cool. I'll put my card down. Just Zelle me. I'll pay, sure.
What if they don't Zelle you?
Yo, that's happened to me
I'm going to
before.
request that shit.
That's happened to me before. Damn, you extra. You extra petty, dude.
Now you request money? I never sent the request.
Never. I've never had to request
You sent the
money.
request?
No.
Yo, I had somebody do that shit to me. I felt disrespected. I denied the bitch. I declined.
Really?
What is wrong with you sending me a request for some money?
Who did it?
Somebody you don't know. But I was heated. I was,
Really?
yo, why you sending me a fucking...
How much was it?
It was a good amount. It wasn't no $20. It was more than that.
Oh my God.
A request.
I
You subscribe to the OnlyFans?
No.
I received a request before though. I haven't sent it, but I received it. But in that sense, I understand because it was on a trip and we were using her credit card. So it was kind of for her to keep tabs. So I guess that was explainable.
That's happened to me before. Where I paid for the shit and then the money never came through. I was like, yo, where's the rest of my money?
Gotta request it.
That's crazy. I don't even know how to do that. Is it under receiving money? Like, what? Like, how do you get to that point? How do you get to that part of the Chase account where you have to request for money? I've
The
never
same
even
way you
seen.
send it.
Really?
Yeah, you can.
Through Zelle?
Yeah.
Well, through Zelle, I
Zelle.
know you can
You can
request
request.
it. Venmo, you can request it. In all those places, you can request money.
That's some shit. That's some bold ass
never
move.
know.
That's a bold ass move. Speaking of money, this is a good segue into our first topic of the day, y'all. Ding, 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 ding. Look at that. We segued right into it. Unintentionally, might I add, because this wasn't intentional, my random thought. It came right then and there on the spot. Spontaneous B. That's going to be my new Instagram name. Spontaneous B. We're talking money. We're talking money today. So I guess some questions that we have are, again, I give all the credit to Keith for these topics.
You want me to ask the question?
Keith is the topic man. I got you. No, but I'm just saying Keith is the topic man. So I want to make sure that we get that out there.
No, you guys help.
We should change. We should
guys
change.
help a lot.
We should change your name to the topic guy, Keith, Miss IG, and then me. Just hate me, I guess.
He's the producer.
I am, but
We're the pretty faces.
no, you guys do a lot of work behind the scenes that people don't see. I do too,
Yeah.
but you guys do a lot of work behind the scenes that they don't. Shout out to my crew. So yeah, we're talking money today. And some of the questions we have on here. Does money have a big influence on y'all? Like, is money a big influence on y'all?
It depends on the situation. Like if you're talking like money as for like what I'm working for, sometimes, but not really. But sometimes, yes.
Okay, so let's make it a little more concise, right? Does it influence you in a sense that it changes you as a person? Like, do you feel like if you were to have any more money in the world, would that like change you? I know that's a question I ask people only because I feel like people change with money all the time, and it doesn't even like I think people it comes with a negative like connotation on
And
it,
it's
right?
not
And it
negative.
doesn't have to
And
be.
it doesn't have to be negative,
It
right?
doesn't have
You
to be.
came
It
up
could
on money, and if you came up on a lot of money, it's gonna change you. That's like
Yeah, why wouldn't you change?
right. So like, do you think that would be you? Like, would you change, or you think you would feel the same towards money? How do you feel towards money? Like, do you feel like we need it? Do you feel like you need it? Do you feel like it's something that you need to have? Like, I guess, does money define your successes and your like failures? To you,
Money doesn't define your successes and failures, but it definitely is something that you need and have to have.
I hate money. Like, I fucking hate budgeting, finances, all of that shit. I hate it. It's overwhelming. Money stresses me out. However, it is something that we need. You know,
Because everything has a value.
Right, everything has value. So in order for me to be able to drive my car every morning and get in it, I gotta pay it. I have to make sure it has gas. In order for me to have a roof over my head, I have to make sure I pay for it. Like, I don't know. I mean, it has value, but at the same time, I'm like, fuck, do we really need this?
So your utopia would include not having money?
Yes, just a happy free
How
world.
would that work?
Yeah, so what would you use in replacement of money?
I'm just confused.
Would you trade?
That'd be nice.
Would it be a
If you
trading
could just,
system?
But
like,
then
yeah, like
again, that's a
trading
form
system.
of money. It's a value. Money is value, basically. It's still a form when you trade something.
I guess
it's still a
Claudia's
value.
changing Claudia's speaking on the physical
Oh,
Yeah.
the physical like
paper
type?
of it and what it, because it, let's be real, right? Money doesn't have real value, right? At least not to my understanding. It doesn't have an actual value anymore, right? It's lost its value.
Mm-hmm.
It's lost what it means, right? So in your utopia, that would be no money.
Yeah.
What would be the replacement? Nothing.
Nothing.
You
Even
know-
though that's unrealistic because you technically need something.
Yeah.
But it would just be nice to just no worry about money. Everybody is just happy
But
living.
that-
I know. Again, it's my
It's
utopia.
Uh-oh. Round 3?
She got spicy. Yes. Round 3 or 4 or 5. I don't
whichever
fucking know.
one.
Whichever round we're on of Keith and Claudia going at it. She came at you hard.
But no, yeah, it would just be nice. Money is very stressful for me, for sure.
What about for you, Keith? Is money stressful for you?
No, not. It's only stressful when it gets unnecessarily complicated. Like,
What would make money complicated is my question.
what would make it complicated?
Like what about money stresses you all out?
For me, it's like pretty much is knowing, okay, in this check, but then again, not everyone is like this, but for me at least, I'm like, this check, okay, I have to pay my rent with this one and then also my insurance. And then this will go to savings and then this is my spendings. And so I have to be like, I have to make sure that what I'm spending is my spending money. Like I can do more than that. That's it, you know? So that can become very like, okay, I have to make sure. And it's almost like that thing in the back of your mind, like check your account, and you just see it go lower and lower. And it's like, fuck, you know? And sometimes I'm not gonna lie, like I have to touch my savings and I'm like, no, I have to stop doing that. Like it's nice to know that I have money to sustain myself on, but I want to continue and see that growth. Like I like seeing my savings go up, you know what I'm saying? So I think that for me is just constantly having that budgeting system with myself, because
So that's what's stressful about it.
for me, yeah.
What about for you? Is it stressful to you, money? Does money like financially, does money stress you out?
No, not really.
Or are you like me? 'Cause I'm more like, to me
That's what it costs. I just
pay
pay
it.
it.
Yeah.
That's what it costs to live. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
It's nothing drastic that's changed
Right,
over
right.
the last 2 years or something.
And I'm not gonna-
everything's constantly the same.
And I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you're caught in a place where you're like, "Fuck, man!" Like,
Oh yeah, like
I don't have,
don't have anything I can't buy what I want this time.
or not just that. Like, damn, I don't have the money. Like, some people stress over that, right? Not being able to pay something, or not being able to not having enough sufficient funds to cover a certain bill. Like,
yeah.
to me, it stresses me. Like, it'll stress me out a little bit, right? Like, I'll have like a reality check at it, but like, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I've been in situations in my life where I was like, fuck, like whatever. It is what it is, right? You don't have it, you don't have it. What are you gonna fucking do?
Yeah.
Right? Like,
You think about dang, I shouldn't have did that last week.
right. Like, that's it, right? Or like, you have a reality check, right? So it was like, it's a momentarily thing where I freak,
But they don't linger.
right? And it don't linger. Like, the thing's not like in the back of my head, like, damn, I gotta do this. Damn, I gotta do that. I let it go.
See, I don't want to be in that situation. Like, I'm the type of person that's like, I do not want to struggle. That's just who I am. It's like, and that's the reason why my savings is like, that's my backup plan. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'll be able to lean on that, and that's going to sustain me for a while. So that's for me. That's me.
Yeah, some people aren't prepared for like a rainy day, right? Or
Gotta get ready for that.
a rainy day.
Yeah.
See, my issue with money is like, I don't trust a lot of the shit that's like that holds your money.
You don't trust.
Like, I don't trust the banking systems.
So do you take it out and put it somewhere?
No. Like for me, like the money is stored away, right? Like, it's saved. But if it was up to me, I'd pull it all out.
You could though.
Well, I'm saying like after a certain amount of money, they don't let you take it all out at once.
Yeah.
It becomes a problem because now it's in their stream of money,
You only
right?
get so much
Right, where they're investing. Like
Right.
that money is-
And to me, that scares me. Like, what if one day I need to get all my shit out and you're giving me a hard time about getting my money back?
right.
You know, like that to me, like that doesn't sit well with
Because
me,
they don't
right?
have it, yeah.
Like what happens, and then we've seen some of these like banks, right, where shit hits the fan, and then you're like, well, fuck.
And you know, it's funny you mentioned that because for a very long time, it's something that I've been thinking. I'm like, I should honestly just have my savings like somewhere where I can keep it myself.
Or pull it out whenever you
Right.
need
Well,
it.
that's yeah. But then at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. Do I trust myself with that?
Or not even that. Like, what if somebody finds the shit? Or
That's the thing,
or
too.
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the other problem you run into, right? And I don't know. There is ways of keeping your money and being able to pull it out whenever you feel like it. But again, I don't know. I don't trust the whole money system to be able to leave some shit and then you're not gonna give me my money back. Like, I want all my money in this one instance, and you're not able to give, or even it doesn't even have to be all of it, right? It can be a large portion of it, like 10 grand or some shit like that. And you're telling me you're not
banks don't
right.
let you
You're
take out
not gonna give me
10
10.
grand at a time.
You're not gonna give me 10 grand because I gotta wait a certain amount, or I gotta take it out in increments. Like,
Or you have to have a certain amount in the account at all times.
right?
But I mean, even with taking money out and some ATMs, you can only do what, 500? That's the max. And it's like, if I have more, I should be able to take out whatever the fuck I want. You know what I'm saying?
Well, in the banks, like they got the machines now, the new ones. You're able to pull out a lot of money out of those, like now.
I mean, yeah, some of them got bigger limits, but
Yeah.
Well, I got
sometimes
shitty TCF.
it depends on your account. Sometimes your account can have a limit, like you can set it yourself, so that you don't overtake out.
I have a limit. Maybe that's why.
Yes, you can set a limit.
You can set
Shit,
your limit.
I
set your
forgot. I
limit.
did set a limit when I first opened my account. I'm here fighting. These people are like, girl, you did this to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can set your limit, but still,
Right.
you can't just go to the bank and say I want 20 grand.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
a
no, I know.
substantial amount, you can't just go out and ask for it. They're not gonna give it to you.
Nah, they say write a check or something.
That's some bullshit.
easier.
To me, that's bullshit. And that's why I don't trust the money system. But we also have, does money have a motivational purpose on how you do your job? That's actually a really good question.
Definitely.
Does it?
For me, yo.
For you. Also, it depends on how much you're getting paid. Is how much effort you putting into the work.
So so let's think about it this way. What you're getting paid right now, is it enough for you to want to keep doing your job?
No, here's the thing. For me, it's like I'll still do my job. Like, I'm not going to be at a job and do a shitty job. Like, I don't want to be.
Even if they were paying you less?
No, but wait, listen. Even if I were to.
Spicy today.
No, even if I'm. Because, okay, let me get my thoughts together. So, at the job that I'm currently at, I honestly and genuinely believe that we do not get paid enough for the kind of job that we do.
Okay.
And that's the truth. However, I'm not going to go in and not do an efficient job because I'm playing with people's lives. Like, this is social work, you know, like I'm assisting people. However, when it comes to like the job itself within the office, I'm like, a lot of times people are like, why are you always out the door by 5? Because that's still the time when they pay me.
Yep.
I'm not going to stay here till 5:30. You pay me at till 5. I'm going to be here till 5.
If you stay to 5:30, would they pay you?
No.
Oh,
Because it's salary.
So what would they do? What would you do if you were getting paid less? Would you still do your job at the same level you're doing it now?
Yeah, and I wouldn't have gotten for anything less than what I'm getting paid now, to be honest. And that's how I went about my job search. I was like, where is the fair amount for the type of job that I'm doing?
All underpaid, to tell you the truth.
We are underpaid.
But that's a different topic for a different day.
yes.
What about you, Keith?
What's the question? Read it.
Does money motivate the way you do your job?
Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes.
So if they're not paying you, if they're not paying you, you're not doing a good job.
If I feel like I'm worth more, then I'll do my job. But I won't do it to like my fullest extent. I'll get the job done.
So it does.
Yeah, for sure.
You'll do what you need to do.
I
You
do what I
won't
need to do.
won't go above and
I don't
beyond.
go above and beyond.
I feel you.
Yeah, I've had jobs like
Especially
that.
especially when you gotta deal with customers and stuff. Come on, it's not worth it.
No, I feel you.
I've had some jobs where I was like, fuck this.
Yeah, I'm just.
This is what you're giving me, so this is what I'm gonna give you. Like, this is what I'm giving you, you know? Like, you're giving me fucking nibbles and nothing. Like, I'm not gonna fucking, you know?
Yeah, you're not gonna go above
The extra mile. Why the fuck would I go the extra mile to do some shit that you're not compensating me for enough? Or at least I feel that's not enough. But then I go back to this thought process.
Everybody feel like they're not compensated.
Right. So this is why I go back to this thought process of that, right? When people say, oh man, if I got, like, let's say you starting like 15 or something like that at a job, right? And then you're like, man, if I was getting paid 17, I'd be a lot better. And then they give you 17 and then your ass doing the same shit. And then you're still like, well, man, if I was getting paid, like it's a never ending. Like, to me, like, that's how I feel people are, right? It's like a never ending thing of, if you pay them enough, if you pay them what they feel they're worth, and then they're still gonna complain. And I think that's where the issue lies with a lot of these places, right? With a lot of places of employment, where it's, why would I pay you more if I know I'm gonna get the same job, same production, same everything out of you, you know? But if you're giving the person more work, then, you know, then you should probably get compensated. But I don't know.
But it works in reverse. Sometimes you can give them a pay raise and they actually do a better job.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that happen?
I think what?
Oh, had it happen to you? What? Have you got a raise and you felt like you needed to do a better job?
Hell yeah.
See?
Yeah.
It works.
Well, I feel like I've given most of my all to jobs.
Yes, yeah. But sometimes it depends on some days. The job really gets
to you. They make you earn them.
They make you earn the dollars in, and those are the days you don't like.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I was so confused, right? I worked at a place, an establishment where people would come in and they would work, and like it would be easy, right? And then they were like, "Oh man, easy day, woo, happy as fuck," right? The next day they come in and the shit's fucking like a hard ass fucking day, and then they're like complaining about it. But in my mind, the way I think about it is, well, this is work. If it was easy, then everybody would like come and do it, right? But it's work, so it doesn't make any sense.
And you know what bothers me about people, and it's something that I've noticed. I understand if you're having a hard day at work, you need to kind of let all that frustration out. You need to communicate that. That's fine. That's what your coworkers are for. If you're cool with them, you can communicate that to them. However, there are people that they are complaining about their job. Then why the fuck did you apply for this job if you're complaining about the job that you're supposed to do?
Yeah.
Like, you're not complaining about like, oh my God, what a hard day. Like, what can I do better next time?
It's about shit that you got to do.
That's like your job description.
Like when the janitor complains about having to do janitor shit, and then, like, motherfucker, that's what you get paid for. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Like, yeah, I feel you. When people do that shit. I used to do that shit at that place I used to work at all the time. Like, you're here to help people. Like, that is your job. Like, you signed up for this shit. Even now, I feel like certain people, right, the essential workers, right, nurses and people like that, I feel like this is a time where they need you.
This is a time to shine.
Right. This is the time where they need you, right? This is what you went to school for. This is what you prepared for. Like, this is what you went to school for.
Yeah.
And instead of wanting to do it, you want to not do it. You want to work from home, or you don't want to go to work because there's a pandemic going on. Yeah, motherfucker, you're in the medical field. It's a pandemic is medical. Like, you have to do it. I'm sorry. Like, that's just the way it is. And I feel like people, like, you're right. People complain about shit that they're supposed to be doing. This shit don't make no damn sense at all.
I know.
Fucking Larry's out here mad as hell because there was a spill on the floor and your job is to fucking clean the spill up. Like, what? Or the fast food driver sometimes. Man, the fast food people, I get it, man. That shit's hard, but goddamn, sometimes. You can't even take my order down correctly and you want $17 an hour or some crazy goofy ass shit.
No,
people,
but
yeah.
What?
Go ahead.
What?
No, now that you said $7 an hour or some shit, it's just like every time I see how high the fucking minimum is getting in Chicago, I'm like,
Yo,
Like,
was this
what
one?
about me?
Well, not just that, me now. Motherfucker, pay me.
I'm about to
Get
quit
an
my job and go to
hourly
fucking Target.
Let's get an hourly one.
I'm gonna make more money at Target probably than at one point than what I'm making
making
right
it.
now at a salary job. Like people said, go to college. Man,
Motherfucker, the TikTok guy is making more than me right now.
for real.
Dancing
On videos and shit. Like, no. You were gonna say something
What?
before she said something.
Well, hourly jobs and salary jobs are different. When you're on salary, you get paid the same amount.
Yo, I think
for
salary
the
is the
same
worst.
amount of work, no matter what it is.
I think salary has its like. There's more disadvantages to salaries than there
Than
is
hourly.
than there is advantages to me personally. Only because they'll work the shit out of you.
Sometimes, you know.
What, you get to go? What, you get to go home on time or early?
No. It's not go home. You get the same amount of money.
You always know.
that
You have
gonna-
a stable income.
You have a stable income.
But if you're hourly and you're guaranteed your 8, then whatever, right?
Well, I don't know because here's the thing though. A lot of people who were hourly and were guaranteed their 8 hours,
They
they
got
got laid off.
And-
You know what I'm saying? Not everybody, but I was privileged enough to maintain. A lot of people were struggling, and I was like, thankfully, I don't have to.
But
go
even some
through that.
salary people got cut.
Yeah, I mean,
Right, but
Even some
get
salary,
cut.
even some salary were like, you know what, your salary. And
you know, I'm grateful for my agency, y'all. I love you. I know I talk some shit.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, like, salary sometimes it has its disadvantages only because
I
you're
agree.
there.
it does.
It does. Like,
You're there the whole fucking time. Sometimes the guy working hourly, if he works enough hours, he's making more.
Yes, because they get overtime.
Right?
Yeah.
They get overtime,
If-
time and a half.
if you
all that.
gotta stay overtime, you gotta stay those 30 minutes. You gotta stay, and they're even paying you shit.
Right,
All they're doing is you can come in 30 minutes later. I guess that's something.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the privilege of
guess that's
leaving
something.
because you
For
get
us,
to
yeah,
because
for
you get
us, we
to
can.
because with salary people, there's no like, at least not in like some of the places that I know of. Like there's no like tracking of what they're doing, right? Because you're you're not punching in or
No,
I
you
guess I guess now that I think about it, there are some benefits. There is some downtime. You know,
downtime you don't
where you
necessarily-
can just you can chill. Now when it gets hard, it's like when you have to work. You know, like this morning I was like, damn, I'm really working for that money today.
I'm leaving exactly at 5:00 today.
Exactly.
Y'all ain't getting shit more from me today. That's what I'm saying. Like that's the privilege of it, right? But at the
Yeah.
same time, it comes at a cost sometimes. I feel like it's not necessarily worth the money sometimes to me to leave early.
Yeah, it's not.
Or to
Sometimes.
come in. Sometimes. Unless you're like making an astronomical amount of money, then you know what I'm saying. Like if you're like,
Again, still.
if you're at like $100,000 salary, then shit, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like you're good, you know. But if like if you're at like a fucking like a little, like you're the lower tier of salary people, and then the person I work,
You ain't gonna raise our hand.
dang, I'm not on salaries. I don't know.
This guy,
I'm not that rich.
Backing it up. Trust me, it's not rich as you think. Tell him, Claudia.
I should be on salary.
He
though.
probably make more than us.
I should be on salary with this the editing shit. Shout out to you. Who tried to get me to do some editing for some other shit. That would be salary, motherfuckers.
Yeah, that would.
That would be salary. We're doing it on a project to project base, you know? But yeah, man. Shout out to all the fucking workers, man. Y'all, shout out to you guys. You guys are working your asses off, man. Doesn't matter what you're doing, and even if you're not, you know, even if you're we've had some folks here who didn't have a job, right? And shout out to you too, you know what I'm saying? Making ends meet. Unfortunately, we need this thing called money. It sucks. I didn't even get to say what I thought about it.
What do you think about it?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
money sucks, y'all. Like money sucks. To me, money sucks. And I'm not much of a money guy. That's why I think I'm very lackadaisical with it. Like I'm not very. Is that the word?
Lackadaisical.
Lackadaisical. That's all. Lollipop, right? That fucking word. I'm very like whatever nonchalantly with my money, right?
Yeah.
And like I don't know. It just I try to use a big word, don't work out, right? Every now and then I have my slip ups. I try to sound smart, but
Eloquent.
Like you went to school, at least.
like I went to fucking school at the very least. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, there's people who went to school and they sound
Dumb as fuck.
There
Shout
you
out
go.
to you too, and not these neighbor.
Oh my god.
Since we're shouting people out, fuck it. He's gonna listen to it at some point. I don't care what she says. Yeah. So I don't know. Money sucks, man. It's the worst. It's the worst. Only because it doesn't mean anything. Like
In the grand scheme of things,
yeah,
don't mean
it
anything.
doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things. Essentially, we just need it. Like
you need
like,
it,
to
but
do
it doesn't
things.
mean much.
Yeah.
After like,
But there's
importance.
there's like no like satisfaction to it. Should you just be free at that point then? If that's the case, you know, like you should just be able to walk in and eat whatever. That would be cool.
If you just walk in and get whatever you want,
Yeah, just leave. Fuck it.
that's not a bad idea to try out to see how it changes things.
And then it'd be the survival of
But
the
then again,
survival
how
of the
would you
fittest,
get
baby.
all that?
Survival of the fittest, baby.
Yeah.
People don't know how to act though.
I'm beating the shit out of motherfuckers. Come rob
I'd
me.
die. I'd be the first one down. Like, okay.
Don't worry, Claudia. We wouldn't let that happen to you. At least I wouldn't. I'll try to attempt to save you. All right. Let's move on to our next topic. We have. That was pretty good. The money one. I guess seeing people's perspective on money is pretty interesting. But anyway, we're gonna move on to the next topic. The next topic we got today is the influence of music. We wanted to talk to y'all a little bit about some of our musical taste, some of our musical how it's like changed our lives, maybe perhaps how it's influenced our lives, perhaps,
Growing up with the music,
or like how has it influenced people, like in general, like the audience that listen to certain types of music. Like we could go like a million ways with this, right? So we'll start one by one. How has music influenced y'all the most? So let's start with Keith. How has music influenced you? Like, what has it like done for you? Change? Like, did it change you? Did it make you do certain
music didn't
things?
change me. I really didn't listen to much music growing up. Like I didn't have like a favorite artist and nothing growing up. Like in school, I only got it like after I graduated.
High school?
Yeah,
So you didn't really listen to music before?
I didn't have a favorite artist. Like back in like 2007 or 8, probably my favorite artist was like T-Pain or something. But that's because I didn't really, I don't really know. Like if you ask me like who the biggest are, like Jay-Z, I can't name like 10 songs from this guy.
Yo, Keith is
can't listen to-
Keith is the
I don't
funniest
listen to
person in
music.
the world.
But
to
I
me,
listen. I
Joe.
know like songs. I didn't listen to a specific artist.
Keith be taking it back. He'd be like, my first memory was The Lion King. Then he'd be like, my next memory was listening to T-Pain.
No, but for real though, I have to agree.
T-Pain,
he had an impact
Chris
on
Brown?
our lives.
T-Pain and Chris Brown probably.
Yeah, I remember Chris Brown.
So what about you? What music? Like what genre? What is there a genre that like influenced your life, like your lifestyle, or like you in the most,
My lifestyle, no, nothing.
or
no,
like
because
influenced you in any type of way?
It didn't influence me at all. No, I just listened to it because it sounds good. But
So no genre.
I mean, I listen to hip hop and rap the most, but it don't like influence my decisions.
Like nothing, style wise,
Yeah.
lingo wise.
Not that
No?
I can know of. No.
Keith is.
Keith is just, man, I want to ride the wave Keith is on. I want to be on that bitch, just chilling.
my
You know,
God.
Keith reminds me of that guy that got famous, the TikTok dude that was riding his skateboard, drinking his cranberry juice.
Oh yeah.
That's what Keith reminds me of.
Yeah, he's like. "Eh."
That's what Keith is. That's exactly what you remind me of.
We might need to do a video like
Just
that with
kicking
Keith.
it. Yeah, you should do it, Keith. The black version of it. Since that guy was Hispanic, I think.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He
Now,
looked Hispanic.
I'm fucking racial profiling right now. I don't know. What about you, Claudia? Any genre of music that's influenced you?
I remember when I was like in 4th, 5th grade, I loved to listen to Usher. And so my parents, they were kind of like, why are you listening to this? And I was like, I like it, you know? And so they would force me to fucking listen to Disney, Radio Disney. So then I became obsessed with like Jesse McCartney and like the Jonas Brothers. And so I went through that, right? And then I was like, wait, hold on. As much as I love this, I always went back to like R&B, and that's where like with T-Pain and like all those, like
He's a real R&B guy, right?
I love
No.
T-Pain.
I'm in love with a stripper. It's definitely R&B.
And like Chris Brown was also someone like he was big when I was
when we was in high school.
Yeah.
Well, you're probably in what, 6th, 8th grade?
I was
something like
in middle school,
Middle school at the
maybe,
time. We was in
around
high
there,
school
or
when Chris
going
Brown was
into
a little
middle
big for
school.
us.
Yeah. And then from there, I think in high school is when I got more into Lana Del Rey, alternative stuff. Like Lana Del Rey, the 1975. I don't know if you got like Arctic Monkeys, like all those peoples. And then Khalid came out, and Her came out, Kehlani came out, and I was like, fuck yeah.
You're an R&B for real.
Yeah, I was like, I love this.
Yeah.
So that's my type of shit.
And lo-fi, apparently.
I love it. I discovered that in college.
I'm working hard to get us a lo-fi beat for this project I'm working on. I'm gonna find it though.
I'm gonna be
I might have to
happy.
shell out some money for it, but I'll find it. I'm gonna get a lo-fi song.
I love it. And then like when they do the speaking, there's this track I can't remember because I literally have them saved on YouTube. That's all I would listen to when I was in college. Like I would just put my headphones on and I'd be writing papers. Like just that kept me going. And I remember there's this one that it's like a voice in the background and it's the beat. There's something about that beat. It's just so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Hey, can't get all jittery over it. Who are these people?
What about you, B?
A genre of music, if anybody knows me.
I know you.
If anybody knows what genre of music has influenced my life the most, it's probably hip-hop and rap. I'm a big hip-hop rap dude. But I hate when people say that they're 90s kids and that they like 90s music, right?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make any sense to me. And I think it was Vince Staples or somebody who said this, and it really resonated with me, right? They said, you're not really a 90s kid and listen to 90s music because you didn't really understand 90s music when it was out. You were fucking 2.
Right.
Or 3, depending on what year in the 90s you were born, right?
I do have something to say about that because my girl, she listens to music, but she listens to like 90s and before. She don't listen to anything now.
Right. But that's based on her now.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, you get what I'm saying?
But,
like,
she didn't understand at
you
the
get what I'm saying?
time.
Like, you can't be like, I loved the Temptations from the 80s and you were like born in the late 80s or some shit. Or whatever the Temptations. I don't even know when they were, 70s or whatever. Like you were born like at the tail end of that year or some shit like that.
Yeah, you can say
that's not your music.
you didn't know it.
Like
It's
to
just
me,
the
Our
era.
music is the 2000s.
like to me, yeah, for me it's the 2000s. Like
That's our era.
Yeah.
The 2000s is our era of music. Like even if you want 99,
Yeah, even if
98.
you listen now,
Like for instance, the Backstreet Boys, that one song, I Want It That Way. I don't know.
I don't know. I can't tell the difference between those
But
two.
yeah, it's that song, like their most known song. I remember being in a 15th birthday of like a cousin or something, and all I remember, I was tiny. I mean, yeah, it was from my era, and I remember that song, and that song like stuck with me. But I'm not gonna sit here and because I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
There are
Like,
people like, no, I'm a 90s
I'm a
kid. Like
90s kid. I
listen
like
to,
the 90s.
You know, like what
that's
Britney,
like saying that like we knew
Backstreet.
what Notorious B.I.G. was talking about. At the
Right.
time.
I
Or like
wasn't.
Tupac. Yeah,
right, like I was
didn't know
fucking.
what-
Like, what are you talking about? I did not know what the fuck was going on when Biggie and Pac were talking about whatever the fuck they were talking about. I
You
wasn't
didn't know
listening
anything
to
about
them.
the beef and
You
nothing
grew
like that.
into that.
Right, you grew. That's
right?
what you grew into it. To me, the early 2000s is my era of music, and
Yeah.
honestly, to me, it's like the best era of music. Because at least for hip hop, right? Because hip hop is very new.
For R&B too, I remember was good music.
Yeah, like for me, like the early 2000s and up for me is where it's at. Like we've had. Fuck what these old people say, right? I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Fuck what these old people say, right? Because they had Biggie and Pac in the 90s. Let's be clear, right? And maybe a few other rappers here and there that they had, right? But we've had the biggest of artists in our generations in the 2000s. From the Jay-Z's to the Eminems to the Kanye's to the T-Pains to the Chris Browns to the
Nelly, he was really
Nelly.
big. Ludacris
to Ludacris
Ludacris.
to the, you get what I'm saying? These are all early from like 99 to 2000 and on after that, right? Like that's like the to me, like people always go back to those times, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
Well, even before Aaliyah was before she passed.
yeah.
It was really big.
what was that late?
But that was like early
Late
2000s,
90s?
late 90s, early 2000s.
Early,
she
yeah,
was
it
big.
was
See what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. Like
And
you're full of shit when you tell me.
Ashanti was real big for us too.
Yeah. Like you're full of shit if you're gonna tell me that you were like fucking two banging Biggie and Rakim and
Yeah, see,
Like,
and that's not realistic though.
like you were banging Big L or some shit. Like what the fuck is wrong with you? Like you're not listening to none
Yeah.
of that rap when
Yeah,
you were
you
two.
wasn't.
And if you were, you didn't know what the fuck they were saying. So like I don't know. To me that
You
was
didn't
like,
understand it at least.
yeah, you didn't understand it. And I get it. Like you can grow.
And
You
listen to
grow and then go back and listen to
it.
what.
Now you can understand.
And now
what
you're
they-
gonna understand it, but shit, that doesn't make you a '90s kid, bitch. Like that makes you just you did your fucking research. I mean, I could listen to '90s music, but I'm always more forward thinking. So hip hop's changed like my life. It's done so much for me in my personal. I take music very seriously. Like it's changed my life completely, and it's got me through like the craziest of times. Like to me, music speaks volumes, and I guess this leads into the next question we have on here, which is: has there been an artist that's impacted your life a lot, like changed your life or impacted your life, or is there an artist that brings back something in you that you have an emotional attachment to?
Yes,
Who?
Drake. I knew it. You knew it.
Yeah.
Drake.
So Drake
My
is
first song I heard was "Best I Ever Had."
really.
And
I love
from
that song.
when I heard that, I was a senior in high school. Actually, it was in the summer of junior year, going to senior year. That's when
Yeah, one of the best summers ever. That's when we met, man.
Yes, it is when we met.
It is nostalgic.
So from then on, that's been one of the. I listened to him all.
we rapped on a lot of Drake beats growing up.
Yes, something about his voice. That's why I like.
Well, that's cool. I figured. You?
You know already.
Yeah.
I don't know why you even.
Fucking in love with Certified Lover Boy, I guess. What about you, Claudia?
I'm gonna have to say Lana.
Really?
Lana Del Rey.
Even all the shit she's received lately.
Yeah, even after I've honestly fallen off a little bit with her music. There's been maybe the last 2 albums where I'm like, I'm not feeling this. This isn't like what I expect, because she's very unique with her sound and like the way she plays with words. And I'm just like, I don't know. But I do know that Born to Die and Paradise were 2 albums that I would listen to like every day. And for some reason, it was just one of those things, like mentally, I wasn't in a good place, and it helped. It helped. And it's weird because Lana is fucking depressing as fuck. Like some of her songs, it's like, ugh. But for some reason, it worked.
Yeah, I remember the first time I heard her. She's got an amazing voice.
Yeah.
She still does. Her
She
voice is
still
amazing.
does. She
I
still
get the
does.
jibbies over her.
Really?
Yeah, she's got.
I only
a
got
really-
one song in on my phone.
I
What,
sang-
Summertime Sadness?
Nope.
Oh,
Well,
good,
you'll
because I
never
was
guess it,
about to
probably.
go in.
It's Young and Beautiful.
Oh, okay.
What was the song she had that I liked that I sang? I sang a part of her song and recorded it. Video games is it called?
Oh, it could be. I mean, she has.
Or did I name it video games and she
There's video games.
It's called Video Games, the song?
Yeah, there's a song
Okay, so
by
that's the
her
one.
called Video Games.
That's the song that I liked, and I like the way it sounded.
I love that song. Yeah.
That song is badass. Lana's badass.
Yeah.
Fuck you haters. Fuck all you cancel culture bullshit vultures. We hate you guys.
What about you, B?
Fuck. For me, there's probably two
Okay,
artists that
go
changed
ahead.
my life. It's Michael Jackson and Kendrick Lamar.
How, Michael? Explain.
Michael, there's an emotional attachment to it with my grandma / aunt. I called her grandma. There's just an emotional attachment.
Oh yeah, my grandma loved Michael Jackson too.
Yeah,
Like
and-
I know him. Like yeah.
Yeah. Like to me, it brings back memories of me being a child and her showing me Michael vinyls that she bought when when it came out,
and it was,
you know what I'm saying, and like it was like in mint condition. She still had the receipt when she bought it. Like,
oh wow,
yeah, like to me, like it's the fondest memories of that are for me with Michael. And so every time I hear his voice, especially when he was a kid, when he was with the Jackson 5 and he was the I'll Be There song. That song like just fucking eats me up inside every time I hear it, because it's just one of those songs that gets to me emotionally, right?
Gotcha.
And he's just, the dude was just a fucking mythical creature, bro. Like that guy was a unicorn of music. It's hard. I don't give as much as people hate him and as much as people talk shit about him when he was around and all this other bullshit and all the stuff that he went through. Man, I stuck with it. He's just.
I don't care. Yeah, same. Yeah, to me, Michael is Michael, regardless of what happened, what didn't happen.
Michael to me was Michael, and a fucking legend. And then Kendrick Lamar.
Do you stop listening to music because of what people do afterwards?
No.
Like, for instance, I think one of the recent ones would be Kanye. I still listen to like Kanye, not his current stuff.
Gotcha. I'm saying his older stuff, like, you don't
his
deter
older
you
stuff,
from
like
listening to him personally, because people say, well, I won't listen to him ever again. I won't listen to none of his songs.
I don't listen to like R. Kelly. To be honest, that's the one person that I was like,
oh, he has some jams. I gotta listen to him. I'm sorry, he has some jams.
He does, and I'm just like, every time I listen, it's just like it feels wrong, you know.
Really?
For me, I'm just like,
well, I wasn't R. Kelly. I can name like 3 songs by the guy.
I wasn't a fan either. But it's like R. Kelly songs. Sometimes you don't even know that you knew them, and then they play, and you're like, oh shit, I know this song.
He had some jams.
He has a lot of songs.
He has some jams. That man. You are full of shit if you say you don't listen to him, man. That motherfucker guy had some cuts.
I don't.
He had some cuts.
I'm not full of shit. I don't. If I would have said it, but I don't listen to him.
Yeah. Well, not you, but certain people have told me they don't listen to him anymore, and I'm like, you're full of shit. You still listen to him.
What about Kendrick Lamar? Go ahead, because that's the second part.
Just my favorite fucking rapper of all time, man. Of all time, at least my time, and I don't think I'll ever see another artist I like more than him in my lifetime.
Well, that's the same with me for Drake. So
yeah, it's just not gonna happen.
Just won't. Yeah,
just won't happen.
Something just won't happen.
It changed my life.
Come close, but you know,
changed my life. Changed the way I looked at music. Changed everything. Like, he was just the shit. I do want to take a moment to brag about shit, right? I've been on a lot of artists before they've blown up, and sometimes I don't get the credit I deserve from like certain folks that I put on, right? Like, I was on a Drake wave before anybody knew of Drake. I was on a Kendrick Lamar wave before anybody knew who Kendrick Lamar was. Like, all these people, J. Cole, before he blew up, I knew him. I was in high school bumping his mixtapes and nobody knew who this cat was. And now he's like one of the biggest artists in the world.
You know who I forgot to actually mention, because he was really big in high school and I would listen to him even though a lot of people wouldn't, at least in my circle, was Mac Miller. Mm-hmm. I was I loved this kid's music.
He was a badass.
So I was like, oh shit. And now that you mentioned J. Cole, I was like, I remember when he was like in high school, I was just like, damn, he's cool. Like, he's this high school kid just making music, making money. Like,
I have a funny story about that. When I was in high school, I went to a house party at somebody's house, and we don't talk to this person no more.
Okay.
You know who it is.
Yes, I do.
Ex member of the crew.
I do know who it is.
Right? And
you don't have to say that. I knew who it was.
And this person, we went to a house party, right? And there's like girls and there's like all these other guys, and everybody wants to be the cool person, right, in high school. And so then we were all having a conversation about music, right? And then Mac Miller came up, and that guy was like, our ex-friend was like, yo, like, I listen to Mac Miller. And then like some little girl was like, oh, who's that? And then she's like, oh, I'm going to put you on. He responded to her, right? And then like never mentioned that I had said I was the one who put him on to Mac Miller, and he never mentioned it. Like, I always felt some type of way about that. Like, he never mentioned that. I was like, motherfucker, I'll put you onto this shit, and now you're going to use it to go, I'm that type of fan. Like, I hate, sometimes when an artist becomes too big, I fall off.
That's what happened with me and The Weeknd. I fucking love The Weeknd in high school. I was like, dude, this dude is amazing. And now I'm just like, eh.
He has one great song that I like.
I'm like, eh.
He has one amazing. Yeah. That's the best fucking song I've heard from an R&B cat. the way that song was recorded is baffling to me. Amazing work. But yeah. We do have other shit to get to, but we're running a little bit over time.
Of course.
We're running over time. So we'll just have to wrap this subject on music up. But we can always do part 2s to this shit. It's our fucking podcast, man.
Right.
We can do whatever the fuck we want. So we can always pick up where we left off with shit. I hope you guys enjoyed us talking about money and paying for people. Claudia said she's not paying for nobody.
Yep.
And then our influences and like how we got influenced by music, right? And maybe you learned a little bit about us music-wise and our musical taste.
We can't forget.
Go ahead and...
Hendrix is a big part of our last couple years, though.
Oh, yeah. Future is a big part of me and Keith's.
Even though we don't condone what he does, that guy.
I don't give a fuck. All the nasty shit, all the crazy shit he talk, man, I'm with it.
We love him for some reason.
All the ignorant bullshit, right?
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, I do want to say that we are on all streaming platforms. We are on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and we are on Anchor for your assholes. Sponsor us, maybe.
No, maybe. We gotta read it.
Google, Google, we're not too sure what's going on with them. I gotta get back to you guys next week on this shit. And we're on YouTube, so subscribe. It has been a wonderful time with the hostesses here. I hope you guys enjoy this episode, and we will see you guys on number 20 next time.
Damn.
Halloween.
Spooky.
All right, y'all. Peace out.
Bye.
See you.